Hi everybody and welcome to Visit FYLDE Coast. This morning we are in Blackpool, as you can see, and we've come to look at the new 7th wonder of the world. That's right, it's the demolition of Wilkinsons. I've just been talking to a chap while I've been stood here, and somebody else has come past with a camera. Aye, here we go. I'm just thinking to myself, there must be having a tea break, and let's get cracking and get some moving, and then we can capture it on video. So if you subscribe to the Visit FYLDE Coast YouTube channel, you'll know that we've already made a couple of visits to this corner. The former Wilkinsons supermarket, which is on Talbot Road, and just up there, if I move out of the way, the lamppost is Sainsbury's, and if we turn around and look the other way, down there is Talbot Road itself, and the sea just in the distance between the buildings. So we've already made a couple of visits when they very first started taking the building down, and I've got to say that they've cracked on a pace even in the couple of weeks since I came for a look. They just started on this front corner, so it's coming down at a rate of knots. So this orange digger that's moving about with the sort of mechanical jaw on the front of it, that's a sort of a muncher, and I would imagine these lorries are lining up so that they can tip some of the rubbish into the back of them for removal off site. Just imagine having to negotiate shifting this lot on a corner like this in a main spot in Blackpool, with all the traffic, the pedestrians, everybody that's watching, because everything that they do is going to be caught on camera. There's not quite as many people about today, but the other day they ought to be selling tickets. They pay for the demolition. I was just waiting to see whether or not they were going to start loading the lorry up, but it doesn't look like they are. I think by the time we get back round to the front, they might have started doing something else. So these open slats here that you can see on this side, they're where the old Wilkinsons car park was, if you ever use that. I did. Must admit it was challenging getting in and out of it because the ramp up to it was very narrow. But once you were in, it wasn't a bad car park actually. Very happy for the shop. So can you see these signs, these panels on the side here? They're the old branding from when the shop was built as Fine Fair. And I know this will probably not tickle your fancy, but excitement of excitement, we've actually got one of those in our garden. We were beside ourselves when I've eventually got it cleaned up. It's in position, it just needs a bit of a brush down and a wash. So when we've got it fit to be seen, we'll take a photo and we'll put it on our Visit FYLDE Coast Facebook group, and you can have a look at it. So looking at this gadget, that looks much to me like a piling rig, I would have said. They used rigs like that at the coastal defence scheme when they're putting the sheep piles in. We're a bit of a nerd, aren't I, when it comes to engineering? So we're going to go around this side, and we're going to do what we did last time we came around the back and just get a good look at all the buildings. So this is the artist's impression of what they're actually building. So I'll just here a second that you can take it. So the one on the left, this one is the view of how trams will travel along Talbot Road, and that one is the view of the new terminus, and there's a new hotel going on this corner as well. So it's really going to make a difference. Apologies if there's any windy noises on this video, but it's appreciably more blowy than I thought it was. obviously Sainsbury's is relatively new. It's about 10 years since the Talbot Gateway redevelopment began. So ready, well, the lights are at red. And this obviously is Blackpool North, which has all been electrified in recent times. And we're going, this is Wilkinsons, which is all coming down, and we're going to go along here and down that little road there down the side of the shop. When you get near up to all these big buildings, they sort of lose the scale and the proportion. It's literally like the seventh wonder of the world. Everybody's coming looking at it. It is interesting though. I love civil engineering. Anything like this really interests me. I think perhaps if I got another life to come, I could have done with being in the construction industry. I couldn't have been a civil engineer though, because I'm useless at maths. So you'd have been getting brand new buildings that were all wonky, and instead of having right angles, they'd be 63.5 degrees. Right, so we're going to cross here. See if we can just dodge across. Right, so this is the site offices for the demolition derby. And this is where you used to go into the Wilkinsons car park. There you go, there's a sign on the wall. And the access to the car park was here. There you go. Car park entrance. So it was a quite a steep ramp up there, and it's, oh look, Christine's Hotel, #1 Lord Street. I didn't know my mother had branched out into offering holiday accommodation. She kept that quiet. Yeah, so anyway, what I was going to say was, it's interesting to think that this is all going to completely change. Here's another one doing a bit of videography. And then we're back onto the front corner of it. And there you can see Blackpool Tower. Do you know it's the first time I've seen Blackpool Tower when I've come down here? Because they're taking that section of building up, down, flying around. Oh, they're moving look, so when we get around to the front, there should be to see. Not that I feel the breeze down this side street. I couldn't believe how windy it is. It's getting to that time of year when we need to take advantage of bright days. Right, oh wow, that looks different from this side. Goodness me. You won't want to get on the wrong side of that, would you? They just look like some kind of mechanical prehistoric animals. And there's, can you see there's sort of water coming out of that one there? And I think that's dust suppression to stop Blackpool Town Centre from getting completely drowned in a layer of white concrete dust. It's interesting to look back on though, because we'll have all these videos that everybody's been making in another 100 years, technology notwithstanding, that we can look at and say this is what we did. And what seems really modern to us today probably will look prehistoric to our ancestors. Now watch that one as it launches. Wow, got some jaws by Christmas. So we'll come back again when the site's down a bit further, and there's a full article on the Live Blackpool website all about Wilkinsons being demolished. Some photographs inside it actually for posterity, and about the new tramway extension and the hotel and everything that's being built. So we will come back again for the job's finished and we'll take a look at it from this side and go back to join up from where we started today's video, and then we've got a full 360-degree record to look back on. Down it comes. See that bit here, look, that is just being eaten while we've been watching it. So these guys are doing what we said, tipping the stuff into the dumper lorries so they can take the way and take them offside. Fascinating. So interesting. I know I'm a nerd. Anyway, don't forget, make sure that you subscribe to the Visit FYLDE COAST YouTube channel, and then you'll get updates every time we post new videos, and you press that little bell for notifications. Got lots more to come, lots of places still to explore, and we've got all the exciting weather to come yet as well. So you'll have a lovely day, and we'll see you soon. Bye!